This is the Ford Focus 1.6 drum brake replacement. Can you see all right? Mm-hmm. So the first thing we've got to do is remove this cap. Just use a screwdriver and it pops off. A lot of the drum brakes, when you've taken the wheel off, the whole drum will just slide off. But in this particular case, it's actually retained by this big nut inside here. I'm using a 30mm socket to take that off, and you will need quite a large bar to get it started. There's a kind of outer metal here, and that's like a shape-proof washer. So with that off, we should now be able to take the drums off. There we go. Off you come. So before I ever touch the drum brakes, I always like to take a photograph so that I know where all the springs and the bits and pieces are meant to be when I reassemble it. Pull these clips off. That's one. There's two. Leave the pad over. Leave the pad over. There's the pads off. We now want to, are you still on me? So that's my bottom spring. Try and keep them in order. Take the cable. This is the brake cable from the handbrake. So that's the shoes off now. So these are the new set of pads, and we're just making sure we've got the right set here. I've got the automatic adjuster on this side, which marries up with that, and you can see the cutouts and everything for this one. So this is the right way around. If I just show you the other one, this is what the one for the other side of, and obviously that's the wrong way around. So let's just look at these this assembly. The bottom spring, which has already just come off from there. We've got two springs on the top here, but I've also got a very little one underneath here. This is an automatic adjuster wheel, which we're going to have to set back in a minute. So this is the automatic adjuster, and what we need to do is just release that off. If I pull like this and rotate, that's put the automatic adjuster onto minimum. There's my picture. That's what I've got to put back together again. So we're going to start off with the little spring, and that goes in there like that. That's it. Okay, that goes in like that. Then we're going to put this on, and we need to locate that spring inside this plate. Now probably the easiest way is to put the spring in first and then bring the plate over the top like that, and it clicks into place quite handily. The next thing is we've got this spring to go in. That obviously hooks in quite handily there, but I've now got to offer up the second pad. So the way this works is the automatic adjuster, this little half cog here, as it pushes up, it pushes the pads out. And oh, you got this? Yeah. Okay. Right, that's on. Okay, you got that on. Okay, we're doing it slightly different order here. So I'm going to put my spring back in there. I'm going to then put this back in here like this, and then clip that. Like that, and then that, push the pistons in, goes like that. There's one side. Right, nearly there. What we got left is this spring here. And probably the easiest way is to just pull that off, clip the spring in, and then putting that up. That should then clip in like that. And there we are. So the final step is to put the clips back in here. So these little parts just go in through the back plate like that and pop out through the hole, and all we got to do is push these clips back on. Missed. There we are. A little persuade with the screwdriver just to finish it off. There's one in. A little persuade with a screwdriver. Right, that's in. Okay, final checks, make sure everything is in where you expect it to be. Looks about right.
That last bit where it went on.
You've only just got that. You're a news reporter.
I thought we were
capture
gonna
everything.
slice the two bits together.
They are. That's working. Right. That goes on. Keep filming. That goes on like that. That goes on like that. Knurly bits inwards. Good and tight. That's running freely. Ask an assistant to press the foot brake in order to adjust the adjusters. And I heard the adjusters alter. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Automatic adjusters were working. I heard the clicking.